What is up, everybody? It's time for another pickup video. I have a lot of stuff again. I don't know how this stuff happens. I think I have a problem. I think everyone has a problem. If you're into video games, you know what it's like. You see stuff and you're just like, I should have that. I really want that. And then some things just kind of fall in your lap, and you take those as well. So, anyways, I don't want to try to psychoanalyze this too much. So here's the stuff that I got. First, I got a game from my friend Mark, MTShark7 here on YouTube. He did me a huge solid and sent me a game that is not available in Canada. It's only available in the States, which is pretty bull if you ask me. I was really hoping it would show up, but it just never was announced for in-store sales, either on GameStop, EB Games, Best Buy, anything like that, Amazon. Haven't seen any of that, so I sent him a Facebook message and asked if he'd be willing to pick up this game for me and send it to me. Which he did. So thank you very much, Mark. I will leave a link for his channel down in the description. If you've been on my channel for a while, you already know who MTShark7 is. He's an awesome guy. But if you don't know who he is by chance, check him out in the description below. And that game is the 20th anniversary Duke Nukem 3D World Tour. Yeah, this game's great. I remember playing this game back in the PC days. I think I bought it on Xbox 360. I have it on my PS Vita. I have it on a lot of systems and a lot of consoles. But it just keeps getting better and better. The thing that attracted me to this is that it's the physical version of the game. So, like, on all of those systems that I have it on, it's all digital. Nothing that I have of this game is physical. So it's the real reason I wanted to get this game. So, again, huge thank you, Mark, for that. And Canada, if you're listening, get your shit together and get that game in Canada, because there's a lot of people who want it. As when I posted on Facebook, a lot of people were saying, I really wish this would show up in Canada. So the next couple of games are from two different microplays here in the region, one out in Guelph and one here in Kitchener. So the two games that I picked up from Guelph, and these were, the first one was $5. It has been one that I've been watching for since I started collecting games way back in the Game Hunters R Us days. This is one I've seen around, and I've just never seen it at a good price. So to find it for $5 was a dream come true, and that is a Demon Stone on the PS2. Now, it might not be anything special to a lot of people out there. Probably a lot of people already have this game, but it is one I have been interested in playing, like I said, for years and years and years. So happy to pick that up. Hopefully I will get to it at some point. This one I was really excited to see, because you'll never see it. I've never seen it. I've seen other versions of it, but never this version. And that is Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in and of itself is not a hard game to find. The Fate of Two Worlds. I have it on PS3. But they fixed a lot of things in the Ultimate version, and they added a lot of more like bonus content, stages, levels, characters, and things like that. So this is, like I said, the Ultimate version. Anyways, I saw this there. They had two copies, one complete, one incomplete. I kind of hashed the two together. One had a better cover, one had the manual, blah, 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 blah. Put the two together, made my own copy for $20, and I think it's an absolute steal. So I have this for the PlayStation Vita, which might end up being the more rare of the two versions, but still really happy to get this in case I have friends over and we want to do fighting games, which rarely happens, but there's that chance. There's always a chance. So the next three games are from the microplay here in town. As many of you know, I really like the compilation discs and things like that. I'm trying to get as many of them as I can. They're a lot harder to find than you might think, unfortunately. And a lot of people know that people are out there looking for them, and so they've jacked the prices on them. So that was a little unfortunate. However, these I found, like I said, at Microplay. I had two of them on other systems. So I had one on PS2 and I had the other on original Xbox. And I didn't even have the first one. So I decided to just grab the entire set on one system that I saw there, and then saw my other two copies. So the first one is Midway Arcade Treasures on the GameCube, which is sweet. Midway Arcade Treasures 2 on the GameCube, and of course Midway Arcade Treasures 3. So really happy to get those games. It's nice to have everything on one system. I'm one of those people. I know a lot of people out there really don't care as long as they have all the games, so they really don't care what system they are. For some reason that bugs me, and I like to have everything kind of consolidated into one area. So, but yeah, really happy to pick up those. I think they're around $10 a piece, but I think that's totally worth it. I would pay that if I went to any of the video game shows or anything like that. I'd be paying the same price. So, if not more. That's the reality of game collecting right now. Alright, and then I went to a Value Village and I found some good stuff. So nothing crazy, at least nothing I think is crazy. The first is Gladius on the original Xbox. I used to have this on PS2 and I sold it off because I wasn't getting around to it. And I think I spent more money on the PS2 version than I did this one. So either way it worked out. I've been wanting it back, so I found it, and this one's in way better condition because I think my PS2 copy was like sun faded and didn't have a manual. So cool game. It's by LucasArts, defunct LucasArts. I don't know, we'll see. I don't really know much about it, but it does seem interesting. And then I found 2 cartridge games. That's right, cartridge games at Value Village. I am blessed. Not really. Okay, the first one is American Gladiators on the Sega Genesis. You can see the tear on the label there. Someone had a sticker. Yeah, I know nothing about this game, but it was fairly cheap, so I picked it up. It's also cool because it has the Return Me to Game Exchange for cash or trade, so that's like a local retro game store in the area. So that's kind of cool that they have that. And the second is Brunswick Circuit Pro Bowling. No one cares about this game, but I think it's cool. I love the N64. I've really been getting back into my N64 because I've been playing with that the Hori pad, the Hori N64 controller, which is amazing. So the one day I had to hook something up and test it out, and I just sat there playing. I played through a bunch of levels in Glover. I played some Mario Kart, some Mario Tennis. I completely beat Star Fox 64. Like, just went through a bunch of games. So that was really fun. I don't know, bowling, who knows, maybe my wife will play with me. We haven't bowled in a long time. And they also had this game, and I did not realize it was brand new when I bought it. But when I got it home and pulled it out of the package, yeah, I saw that it was still sealed, and I'm like, that's a bonus. It's not a terribly expensive game, but it is one that I don't see very often. Actually, it's one that I've never seen in person. I've seen it online and stuff like that. It goes for fairly cheap on Amazon and eBay. Actually, it goes for cheaper on Amazon than it does on eBay. People are selling it for a lot higher than I think it's worth. Anyways, Nano Assault on the 3DS. It's a shoot 'em up or a shmup, whatever you want to call them. Again, not something that I see very often, if at all. So I know nothing about this game, but it is interesting. So whatever, pick that up. And sealed is a bonus. Next is probably the most exciting game that I've picked up in a very long time. It's one that I saw from Radical Reggie here on YouTube. He did a video with Metal Jesus Rocks, which, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of Metal Jesus Rocks, but I do like some of his hidden gem videos just because I will hear about stuff that I haven't heard about before. And anything with Reggie in it is bearable. I love watching Reggie. He's a great guy. He mentioned this game in the PS4 Hidden Gems video that he made with Metal Jesus Rocks, and I instantly fell in love with it as soon as I saw him talk about it. So I jumped on Amazon and bought it. You have to import it from the UK or from Europe, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, that's the only way to get it physically. You might be able to get it digitally. I haven't looked into that. But anyways, it's Dex for the PS4. It is a cyberpunk, like, stealth action RPG. It's not turn-based in any way, so I can deal with that. It just has RPG elements, like upgrading your character and things like that. It has the look of, like, the old school, like, point-and-click adventures. So everything's very pixelated. You gotta move around and find stuff for people. There is some light combat elements, things like that, but it looks really, really cool. Check out some video online because I can't do it justice, and just see if it's something you like. It's basically Blade Runner with pixels. We'll call it that. It looks really cool. There's the back of it. Not that you'll be able to see anything because of the glare, but you know, it is super, super cool. So hopefully I'll get to that at some point. And I'd love to start streaming again. I know I keep saying that over and over, but I would like to get into it. Console Kev and I kind of threw down a challenge, so at some point we're going to be duking it out in Nidhogg, so look forward to that at some point. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.